It was a quiet evening in Busan, the kind of evening when the world feels like it's catching its breath. The soft hum of the ocean wind brushed against the rooftops, and somewhere in a small room, a young boy pressed play on a music video. The screen lit up with the rhythm of a foreign language, the voice of Justin Bieber echoing through the walls. And in that moment, something shifted. Jaeon Jungkook, barely a teenager, didn't just watch, he felt. It was the first time music didn't just entertain him, it called to him. He didn't know it then, but that tiny, private moment would ripple outward until it touched the entire world. Born on September 1, 1997, Jungkook grew up surrounded by simplicity, by routines and expectations, but also by a yearning that couldn't quite be named. It wasn't enough to dream. He needed to move, to create, to become. That hunger brought him to Seoul, where he joined Big Hit Entertainment and began the grueling life of a trainee. His days became a quiet blur of repetition, practice, eat, rest, repeat. And yet, in the quiet of those long days, something extraordinary was forming. Fast forward to 2013. BTS debuted. The world didn't tremble right away. Fame didn't strike like lightning. It flickered, slow, steady, persistent. And within that flicker, Jungkook, the youngest of them all, began to shine. For years, fans around the world watched him grow, not just in age, but in artistry. He wasn't just the golden matinee. He was a boy transforming into a man in front of millions, learning to hold the weight of dreams, not just his own, but of an entire generation. But it was in July 2023 that Jungkook stood alone for the world to see. With the release of his solo single, 7, a collaboration with American rapper Latto, he didn't just enter the global stage, he owned it. 7 wasn't just a song. It was a statement. With its seamless blend of pop and R&B, 7 offered a modern sound that felt at once intimate and electric. His voice, vulnerable, aching, honest, danced effortlessly over the beat. Latto's fiery rap added texture, turning the track into a conversation about love, longing, and presence. It wasn't loud in its ambition, it was confident in its soul. The music video, a visual feast of movement, color, and charisma. Jungkook didn't need to say a word. His eyes told stories. His choreography pulled you in. Within hours, millions had watched. Within days, 7 was everywhere. I watched it with tears in my eyes, one fan tweeted. It felt like watching your best friend step into their destiny. And destiny, indeed, welcomed him with open arms. On the Billboard Global 200, 7 soared to number 1. But this wasn't a fleeting moment. For 67 consecutive weeks, it remained on the chart, an unthinkable feat for any artist, let alone a soloist from South Korea. On November 2, 2024, more than a year after its release, 7 still clung to the chart, landing at number 91 on the Global 200 and number 53 on the Global EXCL. US. The industry took notice. Critics began whispering what fans already knew. Jungkook wasn't just riding the wave of BTS. He was building an ocean of his own. He didn't stop there. Standing Next to You, his next single, landed on the charts with a quieter entry, number 182. But it grew, week by week, just like he did. By the 45th week, it held firm, a testament to the slow burn of emotional truth. The lyrics spoke of loyalty, of love that stays when everything else changes. With vocals soft and full of ache, Jungkook offered listeners not a performance, but a companion. When I'm sad, I put that song on repeat, said a fan from Brazil. It feels like someone is sitting next to me, reminding me I'm not alone. Then came Golden. His first solo album, released in 2024, was more than a collection of songs. It was a map of the self. 11 tracks, each with a distinct flavor, revealed the many faces of Jungkook, the romantic, the dreamer, the fighter, the thinker. Tracks like 3D, Hate You, and Closer to You didn't just showcase genre versatility, they told emotional truths. Pain, joy, hesitation, and surrender, all lived in his voice. Each song surpassed 100 million streams on Spotify, a milestone few achieve. Golden wasn't just well received. It was devoured, embraced, believed. The numbers were staggering, but the real victory, resonance. In an age where streams often blur into background noise, Jungkook's music demanded presence. His songs didn't ask you to dance, they asked you to feel. And people did. Why? What made him different? Maybe it's his voice. Clear as water, full of texture, always emotional. Maybe it's his dancing, precision laced with passion. Or perhaps, it's his humility, the way he still speaks with wonder, still shares mundane slices of life with fans on Weavers, still calls himself lucky when the world knows he's earned every bit of this. There's a quiet power in someone who rises high but never forgets the ground. Even his visuals, often the topic of awe, feel secondary to his soul. Yes, he's beautiful, but it's the light behind his eyes, the intention behind each step and syllable, that makes people stay. I'm proud of him like he's family, one army shared. Because I've seen his journey. He's not just a celebrity. He's someone who never gave up. And yet, none of this would be possible without the roots, BTS. As part of BTS, Jungkook experienced the kind of meteoric rise most can't fathom. Stadium tours, UN speeches, Grammy nominations. But it was never about the glamour. It was about the message, connection, vulnerability, healing. BTS opened doors. Jungkook walked through them with grace. Their fanbase, ARMY, became his foundation, loyal, fierce, and full of love. And he honors them, again and again, with every performance, every lyric, every smile. His solo success is not an escape from BTS, it's an extension of everything they've built together. So here we are, witnesses to a story still unfolding. From a boy with a dream in Busan to a global icon with billions of streams, Jungkook's journey is not just about fame. It's about intention, about answering a quiet calling and letting that call become a roar. He stands now, not just next to us, but among us, as proof that artistry and authenticity can coexist. And if there's a lesson in his rise, it's this. True success isn't loud, it's steady, it's honest. It's made of early mornings, late nights, missed chances, second tries, and hearts that keep opening despite the risks. Jungkook's music isn't about being perfect. It's about being real. And in a world that often rewards spectacle, being real might just be the most revolutionary thing of all. So to anyone chasing something uncertain, to anyone watching this with a quiet hope, remember, even the biggest stars start as someone pressing play in a quiet room, feeling something they can't explain. Let that feeling guide you.